This is Samantha Haren, recording poetry for you. 17 poets submitted their work to be read today. Some are short, some are long, some are written to rhyme, others not. Some were penned over 30 years ago, but all touch on lived experience and what it's like to be human. Unasked Questions by Peter Revers. What is your hidden door, secret story? Did you live some past life of untold glory? Were you a victim of your profound ambition? Did you break the shadow of your elders' definition? If you were confronted, would you know what's at stake? Could you rise up and see a task you can break? What would you do if what you wanted couldn't be held? Does the path lead to a person secluded, alone, forever shelled? Would you think what you are makes you the road less traveled? Are you a web of mysteries awaiting a brave heart to be unraveled? Could I break walls and make you tell me things only meant for me? If I charm angels, would they tell me all the secrets the future can see? Are you just so faded from a past that left you broken, jaded? Are my words a window breaking wind in your thoughts I invaded? Is it possible to hug your pain away? Or is it here all day, every day? Should I just stop talking? Are you even hearing the things I say? Hello, Stranger by Favour Jackson. Ever thought, maybe she's here always because she cares too much? That was then. Now she has flown away. Maybe like the snow she might fall again. But would she? All her pains and discomfort she nursed, smiling and hoping you'd one day her effort notice. She was at your disposal, every beck and call. Taken for granted, she forgave, trusting you'd come around. Heart torn in pieces, dignity smeared with mud. Young man, she hasn't your memory forgotten. She's only watching from afar, the stranger who is familiar. The Law by Bhagat B. Subba. In the nation's vale or town exists the law, known or unknown. The ordinance, a buoy, a safeguard. Safeguarding the frails, making integrity heard. The law rises and exists tall, ensuring justice for one and all. The law for peace and prosperity, the law to refine odd personality, helps us fight for our rights, guides us from doom towards lights, exists during the day and night, the law for our greater height. Though not written in the stone, the law can never be blown, but evolves as the society transforms, showing us the necessary human norms. Loneliness by Bessette. Where do I go now that you are gone from me? Loneliness has murdered me slowly. I find myself looking at strangers, trying to see their hearts holding onto daylight. Afraid to dream, afraid not to. Is love a madness or loneliness? Perhaps the Moon, Our Moon by Betz. Just a few more minutes, just a few more stolen glances. I know you know what I am thinking when you are thinking the same thought at the same time. Just a few more days. It has already been a few years. They have taken everything from me, yet they cannot take this from us. I see the moon in the earliest of mornings, the same moon you see in the latest of nights. I am to begin working with my brigade. You are to be sleeping in our bed. The moon sees us both, wanting both of us to see both of us. We are this close to being closer and as far apart as possible. Perhaps the moon, our moon, can be the messenger of thoughts already delivered, but kindly received. When synchronicity aligns both sender and receiver. Perhaps the moon, our moon, will be that one constant, binding our hopes and dreams until my release as a POW, until your release as a silent sentinel of my memory. What is Life by T.Z. When you're in the wrong path and cannot overcome fear, where people cannot hear your cries, and reality laughs at your efforts. The Hiding Spot by J. Henry Deknight. They don't look at me, walk right past, like I'm transparent. I'm sinking fast. One can get weary, one can overreact, but they don't see me. Fact is a fact. They come close, partial eye contact. It's like I'm not there. Emotions cracked. Why am I here? Voice not heard either. You think I'm dramatic. Now you're a believer. They don't see me. Never really did. They're the ones I hoped would. So that's why I hid. Addiction by Lonnie Budro. My name is called Addiction, and I want to be your friend and have a good time while we're together, and tomorrow it can end. I come in many flavors, each is yours to freely choose. Try me only for amusement. What have you got to lose? And when you taste my precious venom, I'll become the one that you adore, and you'll come back to me just one more time for more and more and more. Your friends will no longer matter, your family put to the test. I see the bad that hides inside, they only see the best. I will destroy what you hold sacred. I will defile what you hold dear. Any self-respect that you have left, I will make it disappear. I only have one weakness, and that is your willingness to fight. Will it be a minor skirmish or a war with all your might? And if somehow I am defeated and your willingness prevails, I will take you back with open arms, and I will put your life through hell. Lost and Hopeful by Ian McGowan. Empty and hollow, I soar above it all, looking about my ruin and failure, pondering what went wrong. The clouds envelop and shape me. Forward is the direction of the lost, creating new what was old, freeing that which was shackled, my second chance among the stars. Can I reach such boundless heights? Forward, forward, lest I return to that with no direction. Despite It All, by Catherine A. MacKenzie. In the midst of darkness and despair and doom, look up. See the sun and blue skies, or the moon, and a nightly black when the living rest to rejuvenate and breathe softly after a hectic day of light. Grasp your hands and flex your fingers. Be thankful you have limbs that move, legs that carry you through the day, and arms that fold over your chest at night. Be happy for the breath that wakes you every morning. Be happy for the sun and the moon, despite doom and despair. A poem by John G. Mitchell. To Chronicle, in broken chords, night seas that twist, mute sorrows flow, terse tides run taut, and talk vague terms of love and loss in undertow. The Holy Bird by Mary W. Cox. Some say the Holy Ghost's a dove, descending from on high with grace. But here the snowy egret lands, on golden feet he strides the sands. And if God's Spirit rides on wings, this is the icon I embrace. Along the shore he plies his trade, in spite of hurtful human things that mar the beauty love has made, and surely God is in this place. We've not entirely failed that love. A poem by Solipsisms. I'm just a guy with feelings, pretending to be a writer. A dash between two dates scrawled into a tombstone with my name on it. A vehicle transporting thoughts that may or may not be my own, and taking credit for them all the same. Who am I to share in the accomplishments of the unknown? To claim responsibility and recognition for thoughts and ideas conveyed to me in riddles I haven't answered and puzzles I couldn't solve. Painting pictures of places I've never been, with colors I've never seen, and signing my initials at the bottom. If I exist as the canvas, I cannot also exist as the artist. However, if I allege to be the artist, the artwork itself becomes arbitrary, leaving me to identify as the brush, I suppose. Merely a tool, illiterate in the dialects of pastels and possessing no knowledge of understanding of the portrait whatsoever, but nonetheless a vital instrument in the overall process. Another poem by Solipsisms. I don't hold to the pencil holds to me. Partial to the way I feel, it uses me to speak. It has so many things to say, this pencil in my hand, words it wouldn't dare confess to any other man. It unveils to me its darkest sins, in confidence so mild, my hand the refuge that it seeks, as womb to unborn child. O pencil, should you be so bold to trust unto the world the words you've trusted unto me, and leave your story told. O pencil, steal their breath away, the way you've stolen mine. Reveal your hand for all to see, and make me proud you've borrowed mine. Fairy Tale by Shirley Rose for Justin and Eliana. A little girl should always have the opportunity to live a fantasy world for a while she can. A world of princes and princesses, fancy balls, horse-drawn carriages, beautiful gowns, crowns, glass slippers, castles, and even fire-breathing dragons, as long as there's a hero waiting in the wings. A hero riding a white steed, with armor, shield, and sword, who will enter the fray to save her, to keep her honor pure, this world where evil does abide, good always vanquishes. A kingdom of towers and moats, trolls and goats, witches and mirrors, poisoned apples and ogres, evil stepmothers, ugly stepsisters, rags to riches, a fairy godmother with her magic wand. If a little girl is lucky enough to live safely in this fantasy world with a father who will humor her every whim, be her hero, her knight, her prince, who will take her to the ball, rescue her from all evils, kiss her awake from a sleeping spell, and teach her how to be genteel, royal, innocent, she will be lucky indeed. Many of us, little girls still, deep down inside, are waiting for this to happen for us. Driving Home for Christmas by Andy Betz. The mercury purrs along GA 41, with only a threat of snow later tonight. Traffic and revenue police slow me down more than the stoplights. I promised my arrival not to be later than 9. Reality begs to differ, but tonight I will not resign. Awaiting your coffee and cornbread, our own Yuletide tradition, is your announcement I intercepted of our first New Year's edition? So deck the halls, strew the popcorn garland, and let the neighbors know when my journey home ends and our new lives begin, leaving yesterday in the afterglow. After Holidays by Mary W. Cox. Adrift in the season after Pentecost, lacking the breeze that filled my sails before, how shall I journey if the wind be lost? I cannot see the white bird on the shore, rising with wings that stir the sullen air, as when the nets were full that night, and I sprang, laughing, into dark, to dare walking on water, falling toward the light. Petrifying Winds by Peter Rivers. So creeping soft, the dance of 1,000 fingers sweep across your flesh. A far-off whisper, journey through heaven and hurtle to rest gently upon your ear. Crafted by a careful word, love sewn, stuffed with good intention, meant to impress. Little is it known what you actually sent. Permission to let go of my fear. I closed the door on you countless times, blocking you from my life. How was I to know you were always there? Perceptions bleed, cut like a knife. I will be forever affected, tainted, stained. A lifetime of changing my view. I listen, every tone, every note heard, just a memory of various things I went through. Why a rescue denied? Don't I deserve faith? Shouldn't I get to live free of pain? The hardship of struggle was not meant to make you insane, nor is it a chain. It is a teacher, forged in forced patience, temperance from shallow impulse or foolish desire. Perhaps what I am is a gift, no respite for me, a cautionary tale for you, meant to inspire. What will impact you? Who will imprint on you? Why you were where and when? All things reflections condemn. Know this, we are the sun of our triumphs, our fears, curiosities, regrets, pains, and pleasures, in us, all of them. Anything you hate, you can love. You can want all you need, but never need all you want. In every war we find peace. And what is peace within a war? All things can and will change. No flesh is made from stone. Journey on the Sahara by Samantha Haren. They tread upon a sea of sand with no end in sight. Shoe dances over dunes and gives the sand its bite. They struggle to set up camp, but stay silent in their plight. Camels rest and dunes darken as Ra gives way to night. The groan of a camel gives the caravan a fright. Two stones are struck together and the fire comes alight. All welcome the warmth, sparks rise and take flight, then dreams take one to places far, a home of warm delight. Life for Now by Samantha Haren. I live on the west end of Charlotte's Web. The spider in the east told me to hit the road, and that has made all the difference. The new room has a drip-dry coat of landlord white. One fly smokes, another scowls, but it's fine. The toilet paper is translucent, and the kitchen towels are scratchy, but I wanted something different. I wanted to be here. I want to be here. They call my boredom bravery, but the fear I face is not the one they think. In the long, lonely days, I wilt. I wait. Have you ever waited for a movie to get better, and it never does? Are you guilty of too much patience? Complacency is a slow death, seductive. It tells me to wait, to sleep, to relax into the bed that leaves me aching, and I do ache. In the light, I hold the wee babs. In the dark, I hold onto hope. Hope for love and belonging, community, family, affection, simple things, yet elusive. There, but not enough. Not yet. As the Wind Blows by Deknight. His mind was getting clouded by the sips of Riesling in his insulated cup. The blood thinners and other meds he was on didn't help with the quickness of his foggy brain. Neither did his low tolerance for alcohol to begin with. Overlooking the 5-star hotels, turquoise blue pool with its abundant palm trees, he took a deep breath and decided to write. As the wind blows. Fortunate. Yes, that's what he thought. All the struggles as a child, all his self-taught, earning his way to where he is now. No handouts, no gifts, no sacrificial cow. And I guess he loves it this way. Illness young, missing play, counting blessings at the present time. A little help from the sweet wine. Fortunate, yes. Love from family, for sure. How else could a young man endure? And live old to reflect in his poems, his forest filled with mythical gnomes. How else could this man survive, imagining he should not be alive? And each breath, a gift, that he knows. Fortunate, yes. As the wind blows. Of Being Human by B.R. Cedar. Inextricably inseparable. Yes, inseparable from all universal phenomena. This, the big one, the totality of our awareness in all its entirety, where the small one, us, have no awareness at all. To be a human, a fortune afforded by the heavens, its unique focal consciousness ought not be obfuscated amid some abused concepts of individuality, anthropodominance, or any other heady conception. Indeed, the headlessness I advocate is not to become an individual disinterested by all things, but one intimately connected to all things, and thus is entirely removed from the fantasy of life as a thing we live. Hark, you wretched ego, wanting nothing more than to feed on souls, ensuring survival. Blessed be the children who take the ground to heart and nourish themselves. Totality, inexplicable. The Bodha Vista on the path, not as thy setting out, so absorb, great spirit of today, awaken with ability to understand simultaneously as passing phenomena and two containing the quality of innate thingness. Park yoga, communal jamming. Here is now. The Gift by La Anna. I was given a gift, wrapped in painfully tight, but incredibly beautiful bows. The box was made of glass, which shattered, slicing and dicing me to bits. But still I persisted, for this was a gift, and not just any gift. This was a gift from creation itself, made special for me. Inside was sadness. What kind of gift is this? I screamed at the nothingness life had provided to me. Abandonment, betrayal, unceasing loneliness. All I knew was to accept it, mustering up a meek smile, eye to eye with life as it handed me neglect, disrespect, and a body defective. It wasn't until just today, after years of mucking through this yuck, that I realized how much of a gift it is. You see, I've moved through deep sadness, grief, true despair, all in a life that, at first, seemed unfair. But my trials and tribulations have left me with magic powers, not speculations. I have more freedom to move and shout, to live big with little doubts. I have walked through fire, I have been drowned and revived, I have been destroyed, and I have been growing. Always. Life is throwing shade to us all now, and it is up to us to determine just how we handle each new hurdle, each new war, each new nightmarish reality. As long as we are breathing, as long as we are growing, we can make it through whatever life is throwing. We hope you've enjoyed listening to 30 Minutes of Poetry. I'd like to thank all the poets who submitted their pieces to be read today. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Favour. Thank you, Bhagat. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Tise. Thank you, Lonnie. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, John. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Solipsisms. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, LaAnna. Thank you, Blake. And may you have a peaceful rest of your day.